first of my build series on the Tamiya Renault 5 Turbo on the M-05Ra chassis. Today we'll be concentrating on steps 1 to 6, metal parts bag A, and as you can see here I've got all the plastic pieces and the metal screws set out to complete steps 1 and 2, which are prepping the halves of the chassis ready for joining. And for step 1 we're going to need parts A2, A4, C14, B4, A3 and D3. And then for metal screw parts we're going to need 2 off of BA2s, which are 3x15mm screws, and 2 off of BA6 3x10mm tapping screws. And then for step 2 we're going to need parts A1, B2, C17 and D2, and screws 2 off again of BA2s, only 1 off of BA6, and finally 1 off of BA9, which is a 3x8mm countersunk tapping screw. And the last piece we're going to need is a piece of this foam here, which in step 1 shows you, telling you to cut it to size, which it says here is 20x12mm, but it is shown actual size, so you can just place the foam over and do your cuttings out ready. And on that note, I've already done that and secured it on the bottom of A2, and I think to start with we'll complete this step, which is joining D3, C7, C14 even and A2 all together. So we should just simply be able to pop this in, noting that the hole for an R-clip is pointing up, and then this piece here, which is D3, should just go like so. It's definitely D3. Oh no, it isn't. I've picked the wrong thing up. Big mistake. That's better. Oops, nearly cocked that up then. And it's just a case of slipping these two BA2s in and screwing them up. There we go, that's better. It does help if you get the right part. And then once you've done that, we can swiftly move on to putting the parts onto this A3 piece. And there's a note here saying to secure this part B4 temporarily to begin with, and adjust the position when installing the steering servo. So we just need to pop this on, something like so. And screw it in like that, and then this piece, by the looks of it, just slips over for now with no screws on it. So that completes step 1, and we can move swiftly on to step 2. So we'll take the other half of the chassis, A1, and again we'll put C17 in. Well, this is a bit more fiddly than I thought it was going to be. Like so. And then we get B2, which is the motor mount. There are locating lugs here, if you see. And they match on these little dimples here, so you can't really get it wrong. And then We have the ordinary BA6 on the one side and the countersunk one in this hole here. Ooh. With the countersunk recess, if you can get it in. It's a tiny screw. And we just do them up, and that completes step 2 finally. Step 3 is making up the differential, and for this we're going to need the plastic differential gear and the cover, and then the metal parts we're going to need 3 off of BA8s, which are 2x8mm tapping screws. We've got 2 BA21s, which are 9mm washers, 1 BA30, which is a star shaft, and 2 BA31s, which is large bevel gear, and 3 BA32s, which are the small bevel gears, or planetary gears as I call them. And then we're going to need some Tamiya grease, and I've got some already open there, because I do like to use quite a lot and splodge quite a bit in when I'm building it all up. We'll just get started. So we get some grease, put it in the bottom, then we take one of these washers and pop that in. More grease, and we take one of the large bevel gears and we slot that in, and even more grease, and then we need to make up the star shaft. So we grab hold of that, pop some grease on, and then we can pop the planetary gears on, like so. And then this planetary gear setup has to go in those slots there, and we can press that down and squidge it all in, and then loads more grease, and then we take the other large bevel gear, slap that in the middle, try and make sure it meshes up with the planetary gears. There we go. You get more grease, and the washer again, and then more grease. Just a bit of grease there I've used, and then we line these lugs up with the slots, pop it in, squidge it all down, and then we just need to put the 3 screws in to the 3 holes, and that completes step 3. Step 4 is making up the front arms, and for this we're going to need C3, C4, 2 off of C8s, and then 2 BA6s 3x10mm tapping screws. As you can see, it's a really easy job. You just put the 2 pieces together and a single screw to hold them all. There is a note to tell you to check the orientation of C8 to the other 2 parts here. So for C3 you'll see there's a little tab at the top, which I think is quite difficult to see, but when you get it in your hands you can see that there's a little extrusion on there. So it's just a simple case popping it together and then screwing them to complete that, and the same. So we'll just crack on and do that and move swiftly on to step 5. Step 5 is attaching the gears. So we're going to need the counter gear, the spur gear, one half of the chassis here, and another part of the chassis. We're also going to need part F7, which will hold a bearing. Then we've got 3 BA7s, which are 3x8mm tapping screws, 1 BA16, which is 5x40mm shaft, 1 BA17, which is 5x21mm hollow shaft for some reason, and then 2 BA18s, which are 1150 plastic bearings, but as you can see I'm upgrading them to sealed metal bull races. And then 2 BA20, which are 850 bearings, again I've gone for the bull races. And then 1 BA34, which is an 1150 metal bushing, I would call them myself, because it's just I think solid brass. But again, you replace that with an 1150 bull race, and then you might need the box spanner. And it's a simple case to begin with of installing the various bearings into the gears, and this one bearing down here into F7 before it goes into the chassis. Now there's a little note diagram here showing you to grease this part of the chassis here, which you probably won't be able to see, but I have done. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure I will work out why in the end. So we'll get started and we'll pop the bearings in. So on the one side we need an 850, and on the other an 1150, and then we should be able to pop that into this opening here, which is quite a snug fit. And then we just need to put all the gears together, trying to find out where they go and in which order. The shorter shaft in the spur gear, which will then go in there, like that. That's better. Yep. And the longer shaft, yeah, that was going to happen. Like so. It's not going, my bearing's not going over. There we go. Like so. And then all that needs to be greased up. And then for this part here, looking at the diagram, I believe, if it doesn't fall out, no, it goes on something like so. Inside. This piece slides in, there we go, and you should hear a bit of a click, and then all that lines up. And then we've got a screw that goes in there, and a screw that goes there, and loads of grease, and then a screw that goes in that hole there, and that should then complete step 5. Step 6, and the final step in my first video, is going to be joining the two chassis halves together. And as you can see from hopefully the diagram, we're going to need the differential, the two halves of the chassis, plastic part F7, and then one off of BA3, which is a 3x16mm countersunk screw, one off of BA4, which is a 3x15mm tapping screw, two off of BA5, which are 3x12mm screws, and 3 off of BA7s, which are 3x8mm screws, and then one off of the BA18 or 1150 bearings, as in my case. And again, we'll get straight in and start off by putting the 1150 bearing into F7 and then popping that in the hole ready for the differential. And then there's also a note here about adding a bit of that sticky backed foam onto this part of the chassis, and there's a little diagram showing you where to put it, and hope you can see there that I've already done that. It was a bit tricky, so I ended up sticking it on my scalpel just to get it all the way in, and I'm assuming that's some sort of dust protection. And on that note, just as another part of my trying to keep some dust out of this gearbox assembly, I've gone round all the joining bits, some high temperature grease just to be on the safe side, ready for when we join it all together. So if we take this side, we can see from the diagram that the differential should go in with the screws pointing out, and as you can see I've already greased that up, so we can slot that in like that. And then he says it's just a simple case of joining the two halves together, which isn't that simple because it has to slot over that thing at the back. There we go, it's going in a bit. That piece has to come up, and then we should be able to hopefully push it all together so that it meets up. There we go. Yep, and that's it. We're all joined, and then it's just a case of going around excuse me, and following these diagrams here of which screws to use where. Okay, so here we have the basic chassis all finished, and I think what I'll do is I'll try and go through which screws go where, because it's a little confusing on the diagram. So the first screw, BA3, which is the countersunk screw, that goes in this position here. Then we've got the two 12mm screws, one goes there and one goes there. We've then got the BA3, which is the BA4, which is the 15mm tapping screw. That goes in the top there, and then the other remaining 8mm screws, one goes here, second there, and the third in there. And with that concludes this part of my build video, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, bye.